Well, good day everyone. Bit of a different video today. I got this very generous donation about a week ago. Thank you very much, Michael Purdon. I got an Amprobe ammeter, slash voltmeter actually. It does volts as well. That's what the pinouts on the base are. This thing, if you look it up, it's a where's the model RS-1. The RS-3 comes up with full data sheet and everything, and it's very, very similar to this clamp meter. It's AC only. It's marketed with as you know, having a safe drop height of 5 feet, I think, which is probably not very useful if you're on a roof because it's a little bit higher than 5 feet. But if you're holding it in your hand and you dropped it, that's fantastic. But it's marketed as a rugged meter for all weather conditions. It features a hold button or switch, if you like. That's what that is there. To the left is free. It says it's supposed to be stored with it unlocked, or whatever you want to call it. It's got a laminated core, the current transformer, if you like. It has different ranges and shit. So let's just, if I can get it to focus. Hello, you in there, Mr. Camera? There we go. No, it gives you all the different ranges. Actually, it goes down to a lower current range than that, up to 6 amps. So it goes fairly low. It goes fairly high too. So there you go, they're the different ranges. And like any, old multimeter or any measuring device of any kind, you just start out at the highest range and then work your way down. Now I know that air conditioner is not going to drag more than about 15 amps, even on startup. Well, it says 20 on the breaker. And this is my switchboard. It's a little bit, average looking in there, messy, but that's just how they're wired up in Australia. And that's the link going to the actual aircon. I'm going to push that back where it belongs. One RCD, which is that orange one, the Lanx one. It's just for the lights. So this thing is, I don't know how old it is, but it's 60s, I reckon. It's plastic, not Bakelite. I zeroed it pretty well. I mean, it's not dead accurate, like you're never going to get it at exactly zero on every angle, but shoot, I'll tell you what, it's pretty good. Even on the side, it's pretty well zero. So I'm starting off at 15 amps. I already know what current this thing, I've tested this already, so I know that it has to be on the 0 to 15 amp range. This is the cable going to the aircon. Yes, it's hot. Just be fucking careful if you're gonna play with any of this. But she works perfectly, as you can see. So it's not bad for a meter that's probably 30 years old minimum. I reckon it's probably closer to 1960, to be honest. It's a beaut little meter, to be honest. And the way you're supposed to start out is with it on a higher range. Like if you have no idea at all what the current consumption of something is. It didn't say whether you're allowed to switch it hot, but it didn't move much, so sort of just off the 0. I assume you can switch it while it's hot. So it's giving you a clue that it's going up, and that's as high as you'd go, because the next range down is 0 to 6 amps. So there you go. It's I highly doubt it would be as accurate as some fluke clamp meter, like a brand new fluke clamp meter. But I tell you what, to give you a fairly good indication of the current the air conditioner's consuming, it's not bad. Like you're getting, I'm not exactly in line with it. We're getting about 7 amps now. I had a technician take a look at this to check the gas level, because number one, I'm not a refrigeration mechanic, and number two, I don't have a gauge set. And he stuck the clamp meter basically on the same wire, but in the unit itself, and it was about 7.3 amps. So let's take a better look at it. That's pretty much what it's running. It's just over 7 amps. It also features, if you can keep it still without bumping it, I noticed the hold button sort of does move the needle a bit, but not very much. Like you can see that it's still where it was, which is, it's very impressive for such a real old meter, but it's marketed to operate at sub-zero temperatures and everything, so very nice meter. This will definitely get some use, given that it's actually accurate. And as with any test equipment, you're better off to store it in the highest range, or amperage if you like. It comes with these fairly nifty leads, which I'm not going to test, because I do not want to die, but these are sort of spring-loaded and they just fit into the base like a bayonet. They're good quality leads, but I'm not gonna test anything high voltage with it. Unless I can isolate what I'm testing, hook the meter, because they're actually alligator clips. Unless I can hook up the leads without touching the meter at all, flick on power, I'm not going to use it for high voltage, no way. Even though it's probably still quite a good meter. There's still probably nothing wrong with that. So thanks for watching, and yeah, that's our little equipment. Test, I suppose, road test. Thank you, Don Burke, for those that remember Burke's Backyard. Yeah, that's our equipment road test for today.